Hello everyone, we hope that you are having a good morning, afternoon, or evening. In this video, my group mates, Benchkip, Rolando, Kervin, and of course myself, Jeremy, will discuss and review the book of the 48 Laws of Power, which have been created by Mr. Robert Greene. We hope that you will watch this video until the very end. Now, let's begin this discussion, shall we? The Book of the 48 Laws of Power by Mr. Robert Greene presents a well-organized part, for it perfectly executes the way of explaining the knowledge of the laws with a proper form of its introduction, body, and conclusion. The best example is from the Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. The first transgression of its law will serve as our example. The story has a great organization for the reason that the author discusses first what is the cause of the problems, which in this part, the Shah had disrespected the Mongol code which had caused the fury of Genghis Khan. For the body of the story, it explains what are the actions that Genghis Khan took just to bring the empire of the Shah into the ground. And those actions are when Genghis Khan attacks those who oppose them by scouring the land of the Shah for many years until its reign had come to an end. The body had stated the points in a very well manner, for it serves the proper way of how a body of an essay or a story should exist. It explains what are the things that had proved the claims by bringing questions and answers to every quest that has come to the reader's path. For the conclusion, the law's objectives are pointed out by the author on how the story is connected to the claim that he is portraying to the readers. The law's claim is that we should know who are the people that we are dealing with, and in this part of the story, it is well explained. The Shah's arrogance belittled the strength and might of a Genghis Khan, which have resulted on the Shah's empire into its destruction. These are the things that had proved that Robert Greene's book of the 48 Laws of Power is a well-organized story.
Now let's discuss the coherence of the book. The 48 Laws of Power had created a very organized story. The story sentence presents a fascinating order about the occurrence at the different scenes, and these are helping the readers to understand how, when, and why did the situation have begun in the first place. It shows the cause, the effect, and the comparison between phrases, where the points of the author is being highlighted. The law number 5 of so much depends on reputation, guarded with your life, will serve as the evidence for a well-developed coherence of the book. The cause and effect can be seen in the law, for the reason that this had but a very strong evidence that can be easily spotted by the readers. And this will be seen from the law's first observance, Chukuliang's reputation. We will be narrated by Mr. Pedroso Jeremy Denzel M.
When Chukuliang is having a trip where he only have a few soldiers to guard him, a report had reached him, where one of his greatest enemy, Sima Yi, had brought 150,000 soldiers to kill him. But Chukuliang is known as a sleeping dragon, for he had manipulated and deceived many enemies that have led into their demise. Chukuliang did not feel fear at that moment, for he have understand that it will only bring death on his life. He have ordered his men to open all the gates of the city and hide, while he sat at the most visible part of the city's wall. He then wore a Taoist robe, then lit some incense while chanting and playing a flute. After a while, the troops of Sima Yi have entered the city's open gates, charging and seeking for the one and only Chukuliang. While the forces of his enemy is charging faster to enter the city, the leader of his enemy, Sima Yi, had come and saw him sitting on the most visible part of the city walls, unguarded, wearing a Taoist robe, and seems like it does not care about anything that is happening. Sima Yi stared at him for a while, then had commanded all his troops to fall back and retreat, for he had thought that this was one of his tricks of deceiving that would trap them all.
So, let's discuss how we had judged the book as one that had developed a well-created coherence. First is that it used transitional words such as then, when, after, while, and as. And second is that the story had explained the cause and effect in an excellent way. How? Liang was known as a sleeping dragon, which is a person that is a deceiver, manipulator, and full of traps. His reputation is the cause of how his life saved from the army of the greatest army, Sima Yi. For this man had thought that the open gates, the unguarded Liang, and the silent city is one of his deceiving traps. This is the effect of his reputation. The readers can easily tell that the coherence of the story is well developed for a reason that the objection and the point of the story is direct to its goal, and does not put the readers in a situation where the goal of the book is being difficult for them to find.
In this book, some which include many words. We can determine that Robert Greene put some exclusive words or vague word to express his feeling to the books. Some which are very hard and some which are very clear. Some are precise and some are abstract, in which case it gives the reader an adrenaline feeling and chill to read more. In some event that happened in the story, he uses concrete and specific language to intimate his feeling to the law that he is discussing, and some which is using concrete language to discern the message to the audience and the readers. Example of a concrete language is, you can die from someone else. Misery, emotional state are as infectious as diseases. Law 10. What he meant is that negative emotion can be also a contagious act to the audience process of mind. It also said that emotion can be a disease that can have a negative effect to the audience mind.
3. Mechanics. Robert Greene created and wrote the 48th Law of Power very well, very precise and organized. He delivered it very clear and meaningful. We can also say that the book that he created is very good. The punctuation is very clear to the sentence that he constructs. The spelling is correct, no problem about it. And also, all the names and places that he mentioned are all capitalized in their first letter. The grammar is very smooth and also deep in the time, because of the reader are able to and will able to understand to the story and the purpose of the book to the audience. The 48th Law of Power was the one greatest book that Robert Greene has ever created. In this book that he created has different kind of part or law. Some law are teaching the need of prudence, others teach the value of confidence, and many parts are recommending an absolute self-preservation. Because of this, the book can be considered as educational. So the primary target of Robert Greene are open-minded people and the future generation, because the book is teaching us the way how life moves and the way how of people thinks.
Why does the book of the 48 Laws of Power is recommendable for people to read? Not only that this book is holding a great explanation due to its wonderful structures of words and its grammatical form, this book also contains knowledge that would save us from those people that would try to manipulate or deceive us. And it is opening our eyes from the possible danger that could come along in our path. This book contains different experiences from different people around the globe. From the stories of King Louis XIV to the stories of the Great China and to the old entrepreneurs that had roamed this world of ours. They have brought fascinating knowledge that will serve as our weapon for the days, months, and years that is about to come on our life. Our group had hoped that you have enjoyed watching this major project in reading and writing skills, book review. Thank you for watching this video.